Welcome to the night mode edition of the Mark Jackson Show. I'm Mark Jackson. This is my dynamic co-host, my guy, Bluu. We're on the Come and Talk to Me network. It is almost the weekend. It doesn't matter. We are working every single night. Matter of fact, we're working every night. Bill Belichick, the great Bill Belichick said, no days off. We here, Bluu. What you got to say?
Yeah, we putting that work in for the people, man. So make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe right now. I'm excited, even though it was a tough night for me. You already know, man. We got to get into it. But first, let's thank our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy, for keeping the lights on. Click the QR code. Matter of fact, scan the QR code. It'll take you right to the site and play the pick'em game. That's our favorite, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead. What you got to say, man? Because it's tough.
Is that a tear? Is that a tear in your eye that I see trying to creep out? Man. Are you okay? Are you okay? The father in me is worried. Are you okay, son?
No, I'm not okay, man. I'm disgusted. I'm disturbed. I'm hurt. What are the Lakers doing, man? What's going on? What is going on? Nah, for real. This is what? We down 3-0?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You can't be happy. You can't be satisfied. You got to be, as a LeBron guy, as a Laker fan, you got to be terribly disappointed, especially coming after what took place in Denver. You thought they were going to respond and handle their business, at least in Game 3. You started off well, and once again, the same ending. I'd rather interview you about it. I mean, it's got to be a tough night for you.
No, this is a tough night, man. This is because it hurts when you spend the whole season, and I know they're gonna cook me in the comments because I was one of the people who spent the whole season being like, just wait to the playoffs, just wait to the playoffs. And now to see them when it comes down to it, I watched LeBron at times in a must-win game look lackadaisical. I watched Anthony Davis not leave it all on the floor. I watched a guy in D'Angelo Russell who can be an elite scorer put up zero. Y'all better not say nothing about Bronny because Bronny could do what I saw him do tonight. And y'all better stop it, man. This dude had no points. What is going on, man? What? I don't even know what question. Where's the script? I'm totally off topic. But what happened? Nah, man, my whole desktop, everything is jumbled. You should see the other room. I was flipping on, throwing everything. Nah, I'm playing. But anyways, what happened in that second half, man? Because the Lakers had it. What happened?
Again, we talked about it. It's got to be 48 minutes of Laker basketball, of executing, of game plan discipline on both sides of the floor. They got careless. Again, they got reckless. Started taking some bad shots, going away from the offense that had been so effective early on in the ball game. They got away from executing defensively, rotating, communicating, forcing guys to take and make bad shots, staying connected to the shooters. Michael Porter Jr. Think about it. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, all had big nights. 4 starters had huge nights, put on clinics, and they thoroughly outplayed them. It's almost like the Denver Nuggets are toying with the Los Angeles Lakers. They're toying with them. It's almost like they're letting them hang around, and then all of a sudden they look at each other and say, okay, it's time. It's unbelievable, the confidence that they're playing with, the swag that they're playing with, the way they execute, the way Mike Malone has done a great job of instilling principles. They don't panic. This is a team that beat LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers 7 straight times in the playoffs. I'm going to say that again. 7 straight times the Denver Nuggets have beaten LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Los Angeles Lakers in the playoffs. 11 straight times overall. At some point, you got to know they're better than you. It's an embarrassing indictment on who they are as a team and how they haven't come together during the most crucial part of their season. It's unfortunate. It really is. And I can't. You want to say, well, you got a chance. You don't have no chance. Stop that. You don't have no chance. You don't have a chance. The analytics tell me you don't have a chance.
Yeah, we don't have a chance, man. And I'm the biggest. I watched Bron come back for 3-1 with Cleveland. The difference is it was a competitive edge to that Cleveland team. this Lakers team, they laid down tonight. That was. I don't know. I didn't like that, man. I feel like a '90s dude watching today's game. What I saw tonight, that wasn't.
Do you see Anthony Davis' numbers in the fourth quarter? I mean, they get away from everything. Part of it is his fault. Part of it is you can put everybody in the room and it's everybody's fault. They got to be better. It is embarrassing.
Man, this is all right. Let me ask you, because I'm watching and they are not that far. And maybe in your eyes they are that far from Denver. But in my opinion, they should not be a team that's down 3-0. So where did, in your mind, this coaching staff fall short as far as adjustments?
I'm not going to single-handedly say the coaching staff. I'm putting everybody in the room. They've all fallen short. You have to understand how going into this series you're going to beat the Denver Nuggets. The first thing is you got to play 48 minutes of basketball. Second thing is you got to control the pace. Third thing is you got to stay connected and be disciplined defensively. Fourth thing is you got to attack Nikola Jokic offensively, and then you got to give him different looks defensively. And one of the most crucial things you got to do is defend Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic two-man game. Across the board, they have failed. Aaron Gordon in tonight's ball game has 29 points and 15 rebounds.
Come on, man.
Think about how many times they left them rotating. This is playoff basketball. You're playing for your playoff lives. An opportunity to go down 3-0 to the champs, where you know and I know that you're not going to bounce back, and you don't have multiple efforts on the defensive end? You mean to tell me you just recklessly take bad shots and not tied together as a basketball team? I would have found 5 guys that's committed, that's disciplined, and want to fight and go down swinging, and I'd have played those 5 guys.
Yeah, them dudes, I didn't like that tonight, man. As I said, these dudes laid down. Everybody that you would look at a scouting report outside of Caldwell Pope, everybody else on that team, that Denver Nuggets team, that you would look at a scouting report and say, don't let him do this, they allowed to happen tonight. Everybody feasted. And it was I didn't like that, man. I didn't even like the.
You know, Michael Porter Jr. is a knockdown shooter. He's a knockdown shooter. And how many open looks did he get? How many open looks did he get?
Man, this is the playoffs. Aaron Gordon just dropped 29 and 15 on the Lakers in a must-win game. What is this? Is not we living in this? The Mandela effect. This is not real life, man. We in night mode. I'm in outer space right now. This is crazy, man. I can't believe this.
No, it's bad. It's awful. And I want to give a shout out to my former lead assistant coach and Mike Malone, the job he's done in Denver. And I'm going to say this. He is the greatest Denver Nuggets head coach of all times. I know he shouted out Doug Moe, and he gives credit to George Karl and the coaches that have been part of that historic franchise. Michael Malone is the absolute best head coach in the history of the Denver Nuggets. Won a championship and in position to win another one. He's done an outstanding job. This is his 9th year. And that team is set up not only for yesterday, but today and tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mike Malone. I love Mike Malone, man. That dude is a legendary coach. Now, when I first met him with you, he was still climbing the charts, but now to see him as a legend is crazy, man.
Was always a dedicated hard worker that understood the game of basketball and was always great and got his opportunity and has taken full advantage of it.
Yeah, for me, I mean, you got your relationships. I don't have the relationships, so I could say this. Mike Malone been the best Nuggets coach to me. I'm not really the George Karl guy after he was hating on Melo like that. I gotta just keep it a buck.
Oh, you said after he was hating on Melo. What about hating on your dad?
Oh yeah, he was hating on you too.
You said he was hating on Melo. It's all right.
Yeah. Nah, man. We gotta get the old MAGA man out of here. You gotta relax. All right, so tonight, when I was watching, did LeBron just run out of gas, or did he make the decision and say, we don't have enough?
They all let go of the rope. I'm throwing them all in there. I'm not letting anybody off the hook. They got to be embarrassed individually and collectively. It's unfortunate, and I don't see how they can possibly get back into this series. Nothing tells me by their actions on the court, in between those lines, that they stand a chance against this championship caliber Denver Nuggets basketball team.
All right, moving forward to Game 4. Let's just say
if I was commissioner for a day, there wouldn't be a Game 4. I just cancel it. I just cancel it. If I was commissioner for a day, I've seen enough. Throw in the towel. We should treat this like boxing. Just throw in the towel. Somebody in the stands should be able to have the power to throw in the towel and say it's over, because they are not fighting. They are not committed to living to see another day. Their energy, their effort, their enthusiasm is all lacked, and they are down 3-0 because of it.
Yeah.
What do you say about a Game 4, a Phantom Game 4? What do you want to know?
No, I'm with you, because if I'm the wives, the kids, the nannies, anybody at home that's been waiting for these players to come back all year, I'm boycotting this game. If I'm a Lakers family member, don't go tonight. It's a waste of time. Come home. It's time to go on vacation.
If you're a wife or a parent and the player, whatever player X from the Lakers comes home and say, "Baby, Junebug's not playing that well," you need to check him and say, "No, you're not doing your job neither." Whoever it is, tell them the same thing. Anybody that represented the Lakers for 3 games against the Denver Nuggets, tell the truth.
Look, and it go from top to bottom. It go from Bron, even the trainer. He got to hold his head down for the next few days. Everybody's swag better be on mute. I don't want to go to the mall and see none of the Lakers players, nobody out and about for the rest of the week. Just simmer down for a minute, because this is embarrassing, man. This is embarrassing. I know it's Nuggets fans out there, though, that are listening and saying, when are we going to give the Nuggets credit for how unbelievably they are? How deep can the Nuggets go, and is this a championship season for them?
They can win the West, and they can win it all. They have incredible discipline. They are well coached. They play to their strengths. They play through Nikola Jokic. They play through Jamal Murray and the other guys. They have nobody that's on the court, when you look at their body language, that says, "Oh, such and such tripping," or "I need more touches," or "I'm not getting involved enough." They are a total team, and they represent each other and hold it down for each other. And they don't stumble into a championship. They don't stumble into the success that they've been able to achieve. It's because they are a tied together group that should be the example for 29 other teams in this league.
Hold on one second. I just put in an order from Uber Eats. You want anything? It's a 50-piece from Joel Embiid, man. What's up? What's going on with the Knicks? It's time for us to go to the city, man. What's going on with the Knicks, and what did you see tonight?
First of all, that was nice, because I really thought you was about to order something. Oh, man. I saw a team make some adjustments, and I saw a superstar act like it. And again, playing through pain, playing through not being 100%, but absolutely putting on an incredible performance and inspiring that franchise and that team tonight. This guy is posting up, isolating, step back 3. He's a 7-footer, doing everything you want a guy to do on the offensive end. I said it before and I'll say it again. Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, without a doubt, are 2 of the top 7 centers to ever play in this league. And they're climbing the charts, individually and collectively. They are absolutely scary when you think about the talent they have, and was on full display in Philadelphia tonight.
Yeah, man. So the Knicks obviously didn't listen to episode 30 when you was telling them what to do, because if they would have listened, there's no way Embiid would have left there with 50 points tonight. So what can the Knicks do to adjust moving forward to slow Embiid down, if that's even possible?
I'm going to tell you, both teams have a huge problem that both teams need to solve. The 1-5 high screen and roll cannot be defended the way that both of those teams are defending. So if you put Jalen Brunson and Hartenstein or Mitchell at the high screen and roll, the Sixers have not been able to contain it. they got wherever they wanted. If you put Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid in the high 1-5 pick and roll, they got whatever they wanted. Whether it's the guard getting down the hill, whether it's Hartenstein getting to the rim or getting a little teardrop floater, or whether it's Joel Embiid catching it and knocking down the mid-range or attacking the rim. They got to figure out how to defend. And to me, at some point, especially if you're the Sixers, they've had some success with going a little zone, containing the basketball. You got to minimize, at least hit or blitz. Jalen Brunson get the ball out of his hands and force somebody else to be a playmaker. That's more doable as far as defending it. And if you're the Knicks defending the 1-5 with Maxey and Embiid, you got to try to full rotate, or you got to somehow contain the basketball and at least stunt or jab towards Joel Embiid, where you don't make him so comfortable. Right now, he's catching it all by himself, decisions to make, and he's done a great job, especially in game 3, of scoring, and not only that, but getting Kelly Oubre off, scoring in the paint, throwing the extra pass for jump shots. Campaign was outstanding. I mean, they played a outstanding game that was awfully impressive to come up with a big-time victory.
So with Joel Embiid scoring 50, I'm watching that game, and I'm wondering what adjustments could the Knicks make, if any, to slow down Joel Embiid?
They got to figure it out. You think about not just Joel Embiid, but Tyrese Maxey. They got 75 points combined and impacted and got anything they wanted on the offensive end. I think both teams are having a tremendous problem and a great issue with one particular play, the high screen and roll with 1 and 5. In the Knicks situation, it's Jalen Brunson and Hartenstein or Mitchell. The Philadelphia 76ers is Maxey or Joel Embiid. Both teams having problems responding with an answer to that question. The guards are coming off, getting into the paint. Recipe for disaster. Floaters, N1s, layups, whatever you want. Joel Embiid is catching it off the trap or off the rotation, knocking down the 3, getting to the mid-range, the foul line, shooting that jumper, or getting all the way to the cup. And Hartenstein is doing a great job setting the screen. And how many times do we see them get to teardrop in the middle of the paint off of that? So both teams got to figure it out. If you're Philly, I'd give the Knicks that zone look that eliminates the penetration ability of Jalen Brunson into the paint area and scoring. Also, I'd hit him or blitz him at times to force him to get rid of the basketball, so you have somebody else that's not as comfortable and not as impactful coming off that action, not named Jalen Brunson. And the way to do it against Philadelphia, if you're the Knicks, you got to somehow get the ball out of Maxey's hands and then rotate or stunt towards Embiid and allow the defender to get back. And one thing that's crucial with the Knicks, Embiid had his way scoring, and then he was 19 for 21 from the free throw line. That's a recipe for disaster. You can't give him the best of both worlds.
Now, watching Embiid, he's clearly not 100%, which is part of why his 50 points is so amazing. I know you've played against Michael Jordan and even some of the greatest bigs of all time, Tim Duncan, Hakeem. How do I want to frame this? How big of a deal is a 50-point game like this in the playoffs?
In fairness, it's not the same as it used to be. And I don't want to sound like an old head, but the game is spread, shooting on the floor. It's a much faster pace. It's different getting 50 when the score is 94-92 and you got 50. You clearly was the most dominant guy. This is no disrespect, but it's a different game today. You've seen so many guys get 50. You've seen so many guys get 60. You've seen 70. So we've seen it. But I'm not going to take away from the greatness of Joel Embiid. It was a special performance. He put the team on his back. He made plays, and I love what they did. They set the tone early. First play of the ball game, post up Joel Embiid, give him the basketball, get out of his way. He was aggressive, didn't settle for a jumper, turned, spun, baseline, finish. It set the tone, and it gave them life and confidence that they were able to sustain throughout the course of the night.
You got to relax. That 50 it was difficult tonight. The dude is on an injured leg. Don't be the old hater, man.
I'm going to tell you what. Joel Embiid is not 100%. But one thing I'm not going to do is say he got 50 on an injured leg. If you got 50 on me, you was all right. You was all right. Don't disrespect me and say you gave me 50 on an injured leg.
Look, but when it's Jordan, it was the flu game. He was so sick.
The
Well, why
50.
can't we have a Joel Embiid? This is his knee game.
No, if I say Michael Jordan had 50, I'm not gonna be like, and he wasn't feeling well. He had a boo boo. No, he had 50.
Y'all say that though.
Not y'all. Not y'all.
You said to me the flu game. It's a game called the flu game. It's known because he was sick.
I have been impacted by the masses. So I call it the flu game because everybody called it the flu game.
All right,
it was the Michael
right.
Jordan game, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, one thing I want to touch on, just going back to the game. It seemed like the 76ers had an edge tonight. They seemed like they were it was a certain point early in the game. I want to say it was the second quarter where there was a little back and forth, and it seemed like a switch was hit for the 76ers. Did you notice that?
Yes, and again, Exhibit A, Joel Embiid gets into it with Dante DiVincenzo, and then pushes and swells up like what, and challenged basically everybody on the floor. What y'all gonna do? I would have been like, nothing, not a doggone thing. But he sent the message to his troops. We're not tolerating it. We're fighting for our playoff lives. This is the mentality you got to have if you want to win a ball game come playoff time, whether you're home or on the road. The great ones find a way to elevate their team, whether it be scoring, rebounding, defending, energy, and effort. Find a way to motivate your guys. And Joel Embiid, to his credit, did exactly that. And they rode his back.
All right, given what you saw in game 3, who wins game 4?
I think the Knicks will make adjustments, but I think Philadelphia will send it back to New York 2-2. I really believe that. I think they've established a rhythm. I think some of the role players gained some valuable confidence during the course of game 3. Kelly Oubre, Cameron Payne came off the bench, gave some big minutes. I think Tobias Harris defended well and had some timely hoops. Maxey continues to play at an extremely high level, I believe at a standstill with Jalen Brunson. So I'm going to pick the Sixers to win game 4, make this as good a series as we've seen, and make it interesting heading back to Madison Square Garden.
How about, did you hear that Joel Embiid was being treated for a mild case of Bell's palsy?
Are you being serious?
I'm being dead serious.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So I know there was a video that came out, and he was, I don't know if you've seen it, but he was looking with his eyes a little bit, messing around, and people were worried about him. And so the report came out recently that was something that he had been treated for.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So keep saying he's not playing through pain, man. He's playing through a lot. He's going through a lot of things. Even the president, I don't know if this is true, because nowadays all of X is all over the place. But I saw a report that said the president of I believe it was Cameroon said that he don't want him to play with them. No, he's not welcome anymore or something.
Yeah, I saw that way. He's not welcome in the country anymore. I don't know if that's true.
Is that real?
I did see it.
Is it real?
I saw it. I don't know if it's real. We don't break fake news here on the Mark Jackson podcast.
I'm gonna double check, and we coming because we doing it every day. So I'm gonna double check, and we coming back with this tomorrow because we need to touch on that if that's true.
But what I'm not going to do is this. I'm not going to say the guy is battling health issues. The guy has sore legs. The guy is thrown out of a country. And then all of a sudden, if he gets 2 points, it's because of that. If he gets 50, he gets elevated. No, if you step in between those lines, then you are healthy and whole in my mind. And there's no excuses.
Right. I feel that.
Because you got sniffles. You got some sniffles right now. I've been hearing it, but you here doing the podcast. You don't
That's
get no extra
saying,
points.
Man. I'm in my Embiid bag. What can I say?
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
It's 3-0 Denver, just to double back. One more loss, and where will the Lakers be headed?
Oh, they going to Cancun. I had to do an extra one for them because they going deep in Cancun. By the way, I saw a video of Scotty Barnes in Cancun singing karaoke. Cancun,
No.
A lot of these teams is going to Cancun. Y'all act like I'm making it up. That's the hot spot.
You're influencing them.
That's what I'm saying, man. What can I say? I need a flight sponsorship. I'm not going to start throwing out airlines because you be on me, but just saying, man. All right. So, it's that time. Everybody loves this. It's time to award the Mama There Goes That Man award for the night, man. So let me know who gets it.
Truth be told, it seems like it's pretty obvious, but Paolo Banchero did an outstanding job getting a victory with his team needing it in Orlando in Game 3, blowing out the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I have to mention him, give him the respect that he deserves. That being said, there's only one option. My guy, Joel Embiid, 50, shot 13 for 19 from the field, 19 for 21 from the free throw line, got a victory, and was the baddest man in Philly in Game 3. He gets tonight's Mama, there goes that man award.
Hey, there we go. There we go. All right, Joel Embiid gets it. Okay.
You all right with that choice?
Huh?
You all right with that decision?
Of course. It was really when you started talking about Banchero, I'm looking like I know this dude not about to do this. I felt like I was about to have to pull a Kanye Taylor Swift moment. If you would have said the wrong name, I had to say something. But nah, I agree. That dude played well. Another person that I feel like we glossed over that kind of came out of his slump is Jalen Brunson. He played well tonight too. And from his struggles shooting wise, I think tonight is a good sign for Knicks fans.
Yeah, but we talking about the Mama There Goes That Man award. I can't give it to him in a loss unless he does something extraordinary special.
Yeah, but you naming other people, so I'm saying, I'm gonna show Jalen some love too.
You can't do that. I named the dude that won.
What you mean? Jalen Brunson played good too. I named the dude that played good. You hating, man. You might be that old. You that old dude that's saying get off my lawn. You the dude in the window?
No. We had one of those. We had a lady across the street from us. She stayed in the window and she was pretty much on top of everything. And she gossiped and told if you couldn't do nothing in front of the house because she was certainly gonna rat you out. You see the curtains open up. Somebody still got that person in their neighborhood. Thank God I don't. Thank God I don't, because she got some folks in trouble.
Look, you talking about thank God I don't. It's because it's you. You talking about thank God I don't. You the dude here through the. All right, so you touched on this on the Cavs Magic game by talking about Banchero. I want to know, the Cavs lose by 38, man. 38 points. That's why we saved this for last. We're going to touch on it. But 38 points in a playoff series. What do you have to say about a loss like this?
Charge it to the game. Let's respond. Guess what? If I'm the Cavs, we knew that they would come out full of energy. They would defend at a high level. They would make the proper adjustments. And we did not respond. We didn't meet their force with force. Let's go back to the hotel. Let's regroup. And let's come back and take care of business in Game 4. Give them credit. Not only Banchero, but Jalen Suggs, who is an absolute elite defender at the perimeter as a point guard. You throw him on a guard, he does a great job of picking up full court, pressuring, disrupting. On top of that, had 24 points. So outstanding job by him. Big victory by Orlando. You give him credit. We did, if we swept them, we'd be excited. But we know this is the playoffs. We're going to lose. Now the question is, how are you going to respond? How are you going to respond to a loss? Let's regroup and take care of business in Game 4.
I'm interested to know from a coaching standpoint, can you feel when a blowout is approaching as that losing team? Can you feel like for real, like you see the momentum swinging, and if so, what steps can you take as a coach to prevent it ending up like what we saw tonight?
Now here's my question: you mean during the game or building up to the game?
Either one. Take it whichever direction. Maybe you saw something that the team was doing early in the day and you realized they're not ready today.
Okay, two things. In the game, you can tell when Junebug is hitting all sorts of shots that he never hits. And you're like, oh, this is going to be a long day. All of a sudden, Junebug knocking down threes, off balance, one-legged shots, banking in. They're getting every call. You got to try to find a way to stop the bleeding. You never gain momentum. You know what it is. It just happens. And you got guys working. It's not because of lack of effort. It's just one of those days. Now, before the game, 1,000% you can tell. As a coach and as a player, I've experienced it. You going through walkthrough, you in shoot around during the day, guys messing around, throwing up shots, not paying attention to how we're going to defend a certain action. I remember playing for the Indiana Pacers we had a great team, and we had 70s night. It was 70s night, celebrating the 70s. So everybody came with dashikis and striped suits and hats and afros. And what we did as players, I don't know who came up with the idea. We put on afros on the layup line. So we on the layup line, finger rolling, doing all sorts of stuff, taking off on the foul line. Man, we got drilled. We got absolutely hammered. And after the game, we were like, how stupid could we be? We took it serious, but there's no way you can take it serious doing that. Looking back at it, I'll be like, what are you doing? So yeah, you can absolutely tell when you're not locked in. And then the same way, conversely, you can tell when it's going to be a good night. Practice is sharp, going through the offense is sharp, going through how we're going to defend different situations is precise and on point. You say, we clicking. It's going to be a good night. And 9 times out of 10, you're right as a coach or a player when you recognize that.
Now I need to know, man, because you my pops. So I know you can give me some insight of what I got to come in life, what I got coming in life. Pause. When did you switch? Because you telling me that you used to rock afros in the playoff line, you used to do the shimmy, you used to do pump tires outside the club when you was rookie of the year, and then I hear you talking now, and you turned into the old man in the window. So at what age do I need to look out for? What happens?
All of that is tied together in what you see right now. So there's a guy inside of me right now that's doing the shake or the jiggle. There's a guy inside of me right now that wants to wear the afro. But when you become a grown man, you put away childish things. So I still enjoy myself. I still laugh and have a good time. I still don't take everything serious, but there's a side of me that has matured, and thank God through experience. That's why I try to explain to you situations like that and try to get you to understand that the Lakers don't stand a chance. Like I tied that, like out of nowhere I tied that together, right?
All right, man.
It reminded me. I watched Ali against Holmes. He had no business in the ring with Holmes. Is he better than Larry Holmes? Absolutely, 1,000%. But at that point in his career, he was done. And you have to recognize he's done. He's in over his head. That's where you are right now. The Los Angeles Lakers are Muhammad Ali against Larry Holmes.
Wow. How did the Lakers catch another stray? How do we circle back to the Lakers?
I don't know. That's what happens when you have so much going on in your brain that you just.
You did your great soliloquy. You said you sounded amazing, and you wrapped it up with, "Yeah, and the Lakers suck."
I didn't say that. My bad.
All right, man. So let me ask you: if you're the Cavs, I know you spoke against this before, but are you having a practice in between these games?
No. What we're going to do is we're in Orlando. We're going to go to the ballroom of our hotel. We're going to tape down a court. We're going to walk through different actions, different adjustments that we're going to make. We're going to watch some film of mistakes we made. And then there's going to be a group of guys and anybody else that want to come and get some shots up. We're going to get some shots. We're not going to overreact to a loss. We're not going to panic. But what we're going to do is go over it so we're prepared that one loss don't turn into 2 losses, don't turn into 3 losses. Let's stop the bleeding by making the proper adjustments and then responding.
All right. Who wins game 4?
I thought about that as I was watching the game. I'm going to pick the Cavs. But part of the problem is you gave this young, inexperienced basketball team life. Now you're fighting a totally different animal. Now they tasted victory, and they have the disease of greed. They want more. So they're going to come after it, defending at a high level. They understand now what works and what doesn't work. They understand now the success they had offensively, playing through Paolo and playing through Jalen Suggs. So they're going to be ready. You have to be prepared and go get the victory. I'm going to pick the Cavs, but they allowed the Orlando Magic to get life.
All right, man. You know what time it is. Before we get out of here, I need to hear from Coach Mark. All right?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. So the Pacers bring a series tied 1-1 back to Indiana. I need to know, what is your message for your former team, Coach Mark?
The late, great Michael Jackson said we're going back to Indiana, and he didn't lie. We've earned the right to go back to Indiana because we took care of business against the Milwaukee Bucks basketball team. Guess what? They say Giannis might play, he might not play. I don't care. We've had their number with or without Giannis. Let's continue to take care of business. Let's play the same with the same force that we played with in the previous game. Let's control the tempo. Let's control on the defensive end. And let's be true to our identity as a high-scoring, efficient, effective basketball team. Be in attack mode with your foot on the gas pedal all night long. And let's make sure no Dame time, baby. No Dame time. It's our time.
I like that. I like that. All right. Now we flip into the other side, the Milwaukee Bucks. We in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. It's cold in here. We on the road. The world is stacked against us. What do we do tonight, Coach Jackson?
I don't want to speak my words as your coach. I want to speak your own words. And I was reading an article, and it said Bobby Porter said that the Indiana Pacers are a bunch of front runners. Bobby, you are 100% correct. That means let's not allow them to get in front. That means from the jump, let's enforce and impose our will on them. Because if we don't, then anything can happen. But I know if we take care of business from the jump, we will handle it. Dame Dollar, you asked to be out of Portland for moments like this. Didn't matter whether you was with Giannis or us. You're here now. Let's move forward. You deserve the spotlight. You deserve the opportunity. Put us on your back and let's take care of business.
I like that. All right. Here we go. So the Mavericks got one in LA. Now they're going back to Texas.
Let me go back to that because I'm going to challenge somebody in a Pacer uniform, in a Bucks uniform, to defend Pascal Siakam. He's had his way. Anything he's wanted on the offensive end, he's been able to get. I need us individually and collectively to accept the challenge and put a stop to that.
All right. I like that. Okay. The Mavericks got one in LA. Now they're going back to Texas. What does Coach Mark have to say to the Mavericks leading up to this game?
It's no secret. I got nothing to say. The proof is in the pudding. When we dictated everything on the defensive end and we competed, we handled our business. We got two dudes that's as good as anybody at the position that's played the game. Two dudes that's absolutely spectacular in Luka and Kyrie that can carry us all the way. The rest of the guys, the supporting cast, do what you're called to do. Do your job. Luka, I challenge you. You said you don't play defense or take it serious in the regular season. Okay, that's all right until next summer when we talk about it, or preseason when we talk about it. But right now it's postseason. So that means I'm going to get your best effort. That means you're going to be a lockdown defender and compete at a high level and set the tone for us. I'll give you the green light to take off regular season as a defender until we talk about it next year. Right now, I need to see that Luka lockdown defending and getting the job done.
All right. I know you usually charge for this, so I ain't going to go through every single team, but we got to get in Ant-Man and the Timberwolves. So they sitting pretty going 2-0 back to going to Phoenix for game 3. Is there anything special that Coach Mark has to say for the Suns?
Let us pray. No, I'm a challenger. I'm going to let them know. I haven't let go of the rope. I still believe in you guys. The resume tells me to still believe in you. I got 3 dudes that's Hall of Famers. That's in that special room of anybody that's ever played the game. I'm not going to count you out. I got to do a better job, and you got to do a better job. This series is far from over, but it doesn't start until we take care of business, and that business will be taken care of tonight in Game 3 by responding defensively, offensively, and whatever it takes to walk out of here with the W.
There
and
we go.
I'm going to challenge Kevin Durant because in that room or in that house, there are special rooms. You're in that special room. Act like it, my guy. Act like it.
Yeah, man. Man, we got to get you a job. We got to get you a coaching job because you got me ready to hoop. You got me ready to play playoff basketball, Pops. Man, you represent that St. John's hoodie well.
Hey, making me proud, man. I'm glad. I thought it was going unnoticed. Thank you for the shout out.
All right, man. Thanks to our sponsors, Underdog Fantasy. Scan the QR code and play the pick'em game. That's our favorite, man. We appreciate y'all.
That does it for this episode of the Mark Jackson Show, the night mode edition. With my guy Bluu, we both thank you for your love and support. Remember, franchise players in the playoffs, star talent in the playoffs are responding and embracing pressure, wanting to win and win big. An old man once told me, you don't go as far as your dreams, you go as far as your teams. This isn't a solo act. Who makes you better and who do you make better? I'm not just talking to the star talent, the superstars in the playoffs. I'm talking to you. Check your roster, make the proper adjustments because it's winning time. Blessings.